dive in. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, almost evening. I have been up for about an hour. This sleep schedule is nuts. I'm gonna have to work on it. Can't do it this way. My brain's like, well, I want to do stuff that's in the evenings and things like that, and I only get a certain amount of time. So, yeah. And it's not like I can wait 2 hours and then consume that energy and say it doesn't, that's not how life works. I can't just sit there for 2 hours and do nothing. That ain't gonna happen. Oh, that's not where I meant to share it. I meant to share it right there. All right, because this will be one that's, yeah, good morning to me, good evening to you. So, all right, this is like way off. Let's get here. Yeah, it's just, I try and listen to my body, and if it says it needs rest, then I give it rest. It's the number one thing that I need in order to function. Most of the shit happens in the evening, so sometimes that's just how my life is, man. My life is nothing close to what something normal would be. I have no, I don't ever really have plans. I do what needs to be done each day. It's about all I got, man. But I found I don't need much more, because that in and of itself keeps me motivated every day, man. Yeah. A lot of people come and go, but hopefully they get what they need and move on. That's the best. That's the best that I can hope for. Um, Sometimes Google spoon theory. Oh, I see what you're saying. Google. Okay, I got it. I see what you're saying. All right. Because my brain said Google spoon theory, but it says Google spoon theory. See how this is the only form of communication. I'm not quite awake, so I would have put in Google spoon theory. In Google. I'm gonna grab a fan. Have fan will travel. It's kind of cool because uh, I've been my okay. Well, we'll get into that. Okay. Let's do some introductions. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. That is definitely not on low. Told you. I know the speed of that fan by the sound. I've had it for years. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch. I have things I hold on to them for years, man. I will fix something first before I. It's the nature I came from. So growing up, and I'm not going to sit here and say it was different when I was growing up. Obviously, good duh, right? Good duh. Okay. Now, I was a skinny kid and I wasn't popular. So I usually didn't get picked for things because they didn't base teams off of who was really good at things. They base things off of popularity and their friends, right? I mean, that's school for you. Okay. Now, growing up, I would have to learn how to work with this or I would not fucking survive. And by survive, I mean kill myself or everyone else. I used to sit in fifth grade and sixth grade and dream about how I was going to kill my fellow students. Yeah. If I could have gotten away with it, I may have done it. Hey, Gary, good to see you. I would dream about it. As soon as I was done with my work, which didn't take me very long because the rest of you were fucking stupid. And this is fifth grade. It's fifth grade. But I had to learn how to become a good winner and loser. Okay. There were times like I wouldn't get picked and we'd go play kickball. Well, if I was on the other kick side, you were going to lose. See, I didn't have any friends to impress. And so it was either a win or lose situation for me. And I'm kind of glad this happened because it taught me how to be a good winner. It also taught me how to be humble when I was a good loser. This, I'm really glad my father didn't say this. Dion, it's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you enjoy yourself. It's how you play the game. I'm glad he didn't do that with me. No, he said, Dion, do everything that you can to win. If you lose, you shake the other man's hand and say, good job. Good job. See, once the event's over, the winning losing is done. Now we're back to human again. Now we're back to level playing field again, right? Hey, Amber, it's good to see you. Okay. Now, being a good winner or loser in the program itself isn't much different. Okay. Did you ever play a game where the other team won and they rubbed it in your face so much it was just kind of ridiculous? Like they didn't even come over. Even when you win, you do not celebrate first. You have some respect. You get in that fucking line. You shake the other person's hand and say, good job. It is a matter of respect. That doesn't mean they're losers. They lost the game. What does losing mean? Losing means you have more to learn. And if you don't take it that way, then it's just going to fuck you up. It'll fuck you all up. Okay. And this is where we alcoholics and people with addiction come to. Okay. Now, maybe when we were younger, we were good winners or losers. But once that addiction starts, the instinctual drive for winning at the game will become paramount. And the problem is I wasn't a very good winner when it came to this. No, my life was consistent of running around and saying, I told you I could fucking do it, throwing it in their goddamn face. That's how I would win. There's nothing worse than somebody who helps somebody else and then brags about it. Right? 95% of the videos online are fake. They're fake. Even if they're real, they're fake. If the intention is not right, okay? So you're sitting there minding your own fucking business, and some YouTube guy comes, sticks it in your face, wants to give you money, and you be appreciative of it. You're forced into this situation. Shame on you, motherfuckers. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. The homeless don't want your fucking likes. They don't want your hearts. They don't even want your fucking money. You know what they want? They want what everybody else wants. Somebody who fucking cares. Somebody who actually cares. And when you go up there with your camera, you shove it in their face and you give them money, that is intention, not love. And they know it. They're going to take the money? Yeah, they need it, you asshole. If you really care, put a goddamn roof over their head. Teach them a trade. Say, hey, you know what? I got something better than money for you. I got you your own space so you can heal. Yeah, it's hard, Ingrid, because, and I get that too. Good on you. You're better at it than me. I'm working on it. What I need to do is replace my Facebook scrolling with something else. That's what I need to do. I'm on there too much. I'm on, and now I'm doing other stuff, and I got to be on there more. I don't. Being a good loser. Let's talk about being a good loser. Okay. We call this a couple. We call this a couple of different things. Hey, Michael, good to see you, dude. Happy Friday. Yay, Friday for you guys. I don't work. Friday don't mean shit to me. But happy Friday. Maybe through another week. No, it is. Yeah, Friday. Yeah. Usually I get my grandkids, but my daughter's not feeling well. But being a good loser, what does that mean for people in recovery? Well, you're gonna fail. Okay. I want to tell you, that's what I learned from. Are you, dude? I'm gonna say I didn't know you left. I'm sorry. I didn't even know you left, dude. I'm just being. I didn't know. I just know you kind of disappeared, but it's good to see you again. I know that. See, people come and go from my life, and just because people go doesn't I don't assume that they went out and drank. My presumption is that they moved on. And isn't that the point? Isn't that what we're kind of supposed to do? Tulsa, good for you. Um, did you hook up with Mark Hope while you were down there? They're trying to do some really good things in Oklahoma. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm not sure what you were doing there, but good job anyway. Has it been 3 fucking years? Wow. Time. The older you get, the quicker it goes. I'm telling you. Do not take advantage of time. Okay. Um, I can go through and tell you that, when it comes to this and the podcast and the club and meetings and events and blah blah blah, I have failed so much that I should be a failure, but I'm not. I'm successful because I learned every time I failed. See, I found that failing wasn't a bad thing. It's what it's what happens. Yeah. Mark's a really cool dude, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I am. That sucks. So, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Got through divorce twice. All right. So we can also tie this to emotions, right? Today I'm in a good mood. I'm not too excited. I'm not too elevated. I'm just breathing. Okay. That's serenity. I'm feeling a little serenity today. Nothing huge going on. The AC's working again. No big deals, right? Okay. Now, we cannot become aloof. Okay. Because if we become aloof, this when you start winning at the game, what happens is we start to think, well, maybe those little things just don't really matter. And then they're going to build up on you. And before you know it, your 10th step has become a 4th step again. It happens. You got to be careful. Okay. We alcoholics and addicts are much better at losing than we are at winning. We've experienced it more. You're used to falling on your fucking face. Not used to it. It still hurts, right? It's no fun. But you're a lot more. I know that I was a lot more used to it than I was at winning at the game of life. Let's use money for a little bit. Okay, I don't make any money, and because of that, people are like, "Well, you don't work." I work. I do. I work my ass off. Okay, for the 6 7 hours of energy I get a day. I you know um so I know that, and people don't really say it to my face, but I mean, there's that polite character assassination that I get every now and again. You know, lazy. They don't usually come to me. What they do is they go to my wife and complain. And my wife says, "Well, you don't fucking know him. And if you really want to know him, then you should just go talk to him." That's what you're gonna get because she knows what I do. Okay. Now, if I just sat around and did nothing, I tell you right now, Shannon would not fucking support me doing that. No, no fucking way. No, I take care of this house. I do. Yeah, and fuck them. They don't know. Okay, you literally, and I mean that in a literal sense. Love them, but fuck them. Now, who cares what they think? Ah, do I care what they think? These people? No, I don't. No. The only two people in my family that I care what they think about me are my mom and my sister. The rest of them could piss off. And I care what they think about me because they have a good program. I care what they think about me because they care about me. Okay. I care what Ingrid thinks about me. I care what Michael thinks about me. I care what Amber thinks about me. Why? Because you love me. If you don't love me, I don't care what you think about me. That's the deal. That's the deal. Okay. Let's talk about change a little bit. Then this kind of goes with this. Okay. And this is the process that I use on my sponsees. Okay. It's kind of cognitive behavioral, but they ask me for help. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my limits. Every time I meet with this person, I'm going to push my limits. I'm going to see how far I can go before I get my reaction. Okay. Now, this is not a secret. I tell them. I let my sponsees know what I do. I do not. No. You know, at the very beginning, the first thing we do is learn delayed gratification. It's the very first thing that we do. Oh, hi, Jennifer. When people come on and say that, I end up staying for another 20 minutes. So no worries. I'll probably do another, I'll probably just throw in, attach a daily reflection or something. But it's good to see you, Jennifer. If you're not you can, did it give you a notification? If not, then I need to figure out how to start to get you one so that I'm here. And some days I will let you know, some days I go live 3 times. So if you miss me, you might catch me later. You never need to apologize for missing me, ever. You got the rewatch. I know you'll still say it, but I'm never going to be upset at you if yeah. So you don't like Facebook. Good. Okay, fine. Oh, you didn't get the notification. All right. Um, we'll figure it out. Oh, let's get this and I'll get it figured out. We'll get it done. Um, So what does it come down to? The winning, the losing. So Amber told me I didn't get a notification and I subscribed. Okay, some funky things. Funky, funky. All right. And my brain's on a different direction now. So give me a second. Um, all right. Time. Time. Time's fucked. Time's a fucked up thing. Okay. And it's very much goes with this because time fucks up more alcoholics than anything. It's time. Right? You don't need to be. Jennifer, you say sorry one more time. And I yell at you for not being nice to my friend. I'm weird. There's no sorries here. You're sorry. That's what's cool. Everybody gets to be anything they want, man. I'm an odd duck. And you let me be who I am. So, apology not accepted for being human. And I apologize. I'm just giving you a hard time because I love you. All right. Any friend of Amber's is a friend of mine. I don't need to. See, you get to that place. You get to that place. So, um, time, right? I have a little over 8 years. Do I have more sobriety than you? No, I don't. Because I only got up an hour and fucking 20 minutes ago. Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah. You hang around Amber and I, you'll stop after a while. We were sorry people too. That's why we're giving you a hard time. I was a sorry person. You can't help it in the beginning. Why? Because you're wrong about everything in the beginning. And it sucks. It sucks, man. So time, okay? We only get a daily reprieve. Okay? Time is for the non-alcoholics. It's not for us. See, time for them determines whether or not they can trust us. Beyond that, time doesn't mean anything. Okay? Time does not equal success. Your sobriety time, I know. I know. I'm like, yeah, don't take away the little things that we have. No, celebrate your years, man. Do it. Okay? But 100 days is not a celebratable time. 1,000 days is not. I know it's an even number, but it's not what we celebrate. There's a reason why we go 30, 60, 90 days. Now, how long before your next chip? 3 months. 1, 2, 3. 3 months. Then again, 3 months. Then 3 months. Then 6 months. I'm okay with 18 months. Okay, I'm cool with that. Beyond that, years. See how it did that? It goes in succession for a reason. Okay, it's a math equation that I don't understand, but it fucking works. If today's not your birthday, don't announce it. Okay, we cannot rest on our laurels. You had a slip? You won. Did you know that? See, the stigma that comes behind a slip is it's complete bullshit, but you can't help it. The amount of shame that comes with making a human mistake. I know it's like the biggest fucking mistake we could make in the world. I don't know. You didn't murder someone. Okay. Progress. I didn't murder someone today. Progress. For us, that's progress. I know it's funny, right? But you gotta grab that. Okay. Time is not a deter. I tell you right now, time is not a determination for me, for you. It's not. Well, I've been around this program. Anybody that finds a reason to bring up their sobriety date while they're talking is full of shit in my book. Now, I'm still going to listen to him. Child of God. God talks through his children. I'm still going to listen. But I'm going to trust that they're human. That's as far as I use trust. I will not use trust beyond that. You're human. Okay? I go for respect. Okay? Respect allows me to go ahead and put people at different levels without being judgmental. Do I love everyone? Yes. Do I love some people more? Yes. Am I supposed to? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. You know what? The way I see it is my wife grew up without a lot of love in her house, so she deserves a lot more love. I suck at it. Get better. But I understand it. Not every man would be able to think that way. False pride. I want to talk about false pride. Let me talk about false pride all months. Yeah. Here's my friend call me out. I do. I do that too. Yeah. She's talking about, yeah. She's talking about herself, but she knows me well enough. She can say that. I want to read this, and then we're gonna do daily reflection for here for reals. In Texas, someone shares with their sobriety date. I heard someone say that they could always tell when someone were from Texas because they shares with sobriety. Oh, you know what? So for them, it's a tradition. Hmm. Hmm. Nothing wrong with tradition. Okay. For them, they do that for a reason. I'm sure they got their reasons. I myself find that to be a waste of time, and I would probably feel like I was in a mutual admiration society. But that is why there are different types of meetings for different types of people. Every meeting is needed, whether I agree with it or not. Yeah, I'm not God. Now, I may have an opinion on that. And you guys know me, I have a lot of fucking opinions, right? Just like everybody else. Opinions are like assholes, right? All right. But I do try and stick to fact. I really do. But when something is opinionated, I will say it. I'll say, this is opinion only. This is not fact. So, um, all right. Reflection for the day. What is this? All right. It must be National Atheist Day. Many of us have come to the program professing that we are agnostic or atheist. As someone once put it, our will to disbelieve is so strong that we prefer a date with the undertaker to an experimental and open minded search for a higher power. You know what? I never really understood atheism and agnostic. I mean, I understand the concept, but now that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me now. Huh. See, it don't matter whether or not you've been in the program a long time, you're gonna learn new stuff. All right? You will. I'm always learning. Oh, thank you, God. Do you thank God? I that's already like the 20th time I've already thanked God today. Yeah. I'm breathing. Thank you, God. That's a big deal. Last night we were talking at our meeting how these miracles start in the beginning that we bathe. But people outside of the program are just like, you know, it's hard because you come into the program, but you don't get thanked for taking out the trash. So, Fortunately, for those of us with close minds, the constructive forces in the program almost always overcome our obstinacy. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, pretty much like me then. I mean, it's not really any different. You know, um, I only pulled out the God card when I was drinking, when I was in trouble. That was the only time if I was in trouble. Foxhole prayers. It's the only time I prayed. And I prayed only for myself. And I even knew that praying for myself was not the way to go. And I still couldn't help it. It's horrible. You know, alcoholism is like an out of body experience. It's like watching yourself do this shit, and inside you're going, Dion, would you fucking stop, please? Dion, would you stop? Dion, would you stop? Dion, please stop. Doesn't stop. So you give up. Well, fuck it then. And then that's when we kill people. That's when we get into cars and start killing people. Or ourselves. Killing yourself, you're like, yeah, no, that's fine. But just imagine waking up in jail because you killed somebody's daughter. I'll take the hard part of the program, thank you. See, everybody has a sticking point when it comes to AA. Might be some people at step 7, some people at step 4, some people at step 1. But there's always one contention. It's called denial, but there's still that sticking point for us. So, okay. But that's just our brain saying, you know what, you're gonna have to do the work, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that around here, man. No, I want to get high and play video games all day. Okay. Before long, we discover the bountiful world of faith and trust. Faith. Faith. I put it up, but I do not like Drop the Rock. But I love Ingrid and she doesn't put up bad shit. So courage is fear that has said its prayers. Good line. Good line. I like that. Um, yeah. So the thing is, we don't lose fear, we get more courage. Maybe I should write a book. I won't. Why? Because then people would have to pay for it. Can't do that. That's why I don't like books like Drop the Rock. The money goes to the authors. A big book, money doesn't go to the authors. This doesn't go to the authors. If it goes to an author, I don't buy it. Um, I'm not going to pay for AA. Sorry. I paid my dues. Okay. Now, that is me. That is me. You do it the way you want. There's no wrong way. That's just my morals. That was opinion. Purely. All right. It was there all along, but we lacked the willingness and open mindedness to accept it. Does obstinacy still blind me to the power of good? Blind me to the power for good that resides in faith. Absolutely, yeah. Take lines, steal the lines. I liked it. I liked it. You have your own way, Ingrid, and you pray more than I think. You know, prayer isn't always, dear God. Da, 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 da. I prayed right now. I just said thank you, God, in my head. There, it's pray. That's prayer. A lot of times I say it out loud. It depends on whether people are around or not. If my family and kids are here, that doesn't count. I'll do it out loud because they all know what I'm doing. Yeah. See, it's different. It doesn't need to be the fucking norm. It is a need. See, I wouldn't even thought of this, but it fucking works. It's the same thing. It's just a need. It's a different need. And finding that need and fulfilling yourself is the way to go, man. All right. Today I pray. I want to thank my higher power for this opportunity to open my mind, to learn again about faith and trust, to realize that my wanderings did not change God's place within me or God's loving concern for me. May I know that I was doing that I lost faith. Thank God for another chance to believe. Today I'll remember, discard the will to believe. Hmm. Yeah. All right. So this is okay. So a lot of people are not getting notifications. What I'm thinking about doing is getting everybody's phone number and just making a group chat, but it can only be for that. That doesn't quite work because maybe you don't want this person to have your phone number because you don't know that and things like that. So that's not going to work. All right, that blows anonymity. I need a thought process on how to let people know. I've been trying to get it done for years. I'll tell you what happens. Restream doesn't get along with Facebook and YouTube. So they complain to each other. It doesn't work, you know. Oh, my counter's back, by the way. Um, but and then we pay the price is what happens because mom and dad don't get along. Would WhatsApp be better for that? Um, there's some people individually. Yeah, that's the thing, Ingrid. Somebody always responds because they just feel the need. You can even say, "Do not respond," and they'll say, "Okay, thanks." They can't help it. They can't help it. Right now, I do it individually. Okay, for two people. But if that starts to get more, then that's gonna be real hard for me because then I share 5 groups. But there's got to be a way to do it, and I can't find the answer. Not. I can get it done, but it's gonna cost me $80 a month, and I don't have $80 a month for a notification set up. Not for that. So, if I had the money, I'd have my own app, and then you could the app would always tell you. I was thinking about that. I just I don't have the money, and I'm not going to go begging. I'm not going to do a GoFundMe for something like that. So I need ideas. All right. So you youngins, I need your new ideas and stuff. I used to know all this shit when I was young, but it's beyond me now. It's beyond me. So I need your fresh, young, pink brains. All right. I love you. Peace out. And have a day, man. Have a good day. I'm going to fucking have one. Why not?